So I got my first YouTube special request video that came through. Well, actually, I've gotten several, but this was the first one in queue. Guy wanted to see me shaving, which I thought was so bizarre that I had to do it. I absolutely have to do it. This is how I am. Let's see what else. Let's get the color right. I like that. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so shaving it is. I'm going to talk about what I did today while I shave. How bizarre. How truly bizarre. Well, first things first. Okay. Just got back from the gym. Did back today. Back. Can I see my back? I wonder if I'll see that on playback at all. If not, I'll cut it out. But I did back, and doing back here is like retarded because the machines here are awful. They're just not for big guys at all. The highest I can go up to on the isolateral row is like 360 pounds or something, and I normally do like 540 or higher. And then got to turn on the water. And then I tried to do like bent over rows, which is impossible because the bent over rows, the dumbbells here only go up to 120 pounds, and I typically use like 130. I do bent over. I'm waiting for the water to get hot. I do bent over rows with like 130. I do 10 sets bent over, 10 sets, 10 reps, three sets, 10 reps, and then turn over, do the same thing. 130 is a good weight. I can go a lot higher. And so if I'm already doing 10 to 12 reps, I can easily go higher. I need to start going higher. It's just heavy. The hardest part of the whole thing is my grip. The weight is so heavy, it's hard to hold on to. So I could go higher, my back could go higher. It's just my grip sucks. Well, at least I can hold the weight. That's all I need to be able to do right now. What else was I going to tell you about? Oh yeah, I got to tell you about this guy I met at the gym. So since I've been here, I was telling you that I'm the bisexual bouncer magnet. The first big guy I met, big guys just come up to me and start talking to me in the gym. It's really bizarre. Like, I'm not a real, I don't know, I don't go out of my way to normally talk to guys, especially at the gym. Pretty much like a loner, because when I'm in the gym, I'm there to work out and get out of there. That's really what I'm there for. I don't see the gym as a social outlet like many people do, which is the main reason I'm going to have to leave one of my gyms behind this coming year, Fitness First, because it's a very gay gym. It's like the gayest gym in Northern Virginia. There's just tons of gay guys that work out there, and it's just really a social thing. Everyone hangs out, and I don't know, I just can't focus in that kind of environment. Another reason I got to get rid of that gym is that's where Chris used to work. So I don't want to see that every day. I'm just going to do under. I'm not going to do the full beard because I like my beard. I'm just going to touch it up a bit. But anyhow, so the first guy that came up to me in the gym was this big ass bouncer, and he was a police officer in the area. And he kept telling me all these stories of extreme police brutality that he was involved in. And I was like, why would you just walk up to a stranger and start telling them that you had to leave your job because the other cops you worked with were were beating people up and kicking people's asses before throwing them in jail? And he was like, where I'm from, people would have gotten sued for that. I'm like, yeah, people should get sued for that. But apparently here, that's okay because we're in the deep south, and kicking someone's ass before putting them in jail apparently is allowed. Anyhow, this guy was all about trying to get me to come to his bar. I'm not sure why. And he wanted to introduce me to his friend who was some kind of a UFC fighter, which I always think is bizarre. Why do guys just come up to me and start talking about fighting? That's happened to me like 5 or 6 times now. I'm not exactly sure why. But, it's not like I'm a fighter shirt or anything. So it's just weird. Do I look like a fighter? I don't know. I think I do. That's just bizarre. Now I gotta talk to you about the guy I met the other day. The guy I met the other day, he's probably 52 years old, and I was actually changing in the locker room when we started talking. he bench presses. This dude's massive. I mean, he's like 52 years old, and he's just freaking massive. His guns are like, just freaking huge. So I was like, I was kind of in awe of him. I was just staring at him. And so we struck up a conversation pretty quickly. And while I'm talking to this guy, he's telling me how much he benches. He's telling me like all the powerlifting stuff he's done and the competitions he's won and what his max bench is and all this stuff. Standard weightlifting, gym talk. And while he's talking to me, he's putting on his clothes, and I'm noticing he's just like one weapon after another. He's just stacking on the weapons. He's got a holster on his hip. He's got this necklace he puts on that looks like it's got, I guess, like brass knuckles hanging from the necklace. And it's just like one weapon after another. And I say, what is that you just put around your neck? He goes, oh, these? And he puts his hands in what look like brass knuckles. And he goes like this, and it's a freaking knife. And it had a sheath, and it just, whoosh, a knife. And I was like, and while I'm talking to this guy, I'm slowly backing up, because I'm like, this guy is loaded with weapons. And I'm here in the South, and I'm talking to him, and I'm checking him out in the locker room. I'm like, this dude could kill me. Oh my God, it was like creepy. And then so I continued talking to him just for a little bit longer, because it was just like too bizarre not to. And he goes, oh yeah, I'm a cop here. And I was just sitting there thinking to myself, the other story from the other guy who was telling me about all the police brutality and stuff in this area. So I was just like, my brain just kicked in finally. I said, he's really hot and he's nice to look at, but I think it's time for me to move on quickly back to the gym. So anyhow, that was my experience basically at the gym. I mean, the cop who was, I guess, ex-Special Forces guy, he was one of several ex-Special Forces guys I met here. The other one I met, yet again, comes up to me, starts talking to me, and first thing he starts talking about is like how he wants to train in mixed martial arts and all that stuff. And I'm like, I don't wear clothes that say martial arts or fighting or... So why do these guys, I don't know, maybe it's just like a fad right now in the whole straight heterosexual, I want to talk to a guy in the gym world to talk about fighting. I don't know. I guess UFC on TV and Spike TV has done that to people. It's hard to talk and shave, especially without cutting yourself. But anyhow, I'm sure I'll get critiques from the Queer Eye for a Straight Guy people telling me that I shave in the wrong direction. Probably true. Oh well. I shave the way I shave. Looks good. Alright. That's the end of me telling you about my gym stories and shaving. Bye-bye.